Welcome to the Music Round Table with your hosts,
Clint,
Lyle,
Vicky,
and me, Kim, where the only opinions that matter is our own. I had to read something real quick. This is like, I'm starting
good.
what? Shit. Okay. Fly by the seat of my pants today.
Isn't that how we always do it, though?
Usually. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah, that's typical.
You press the button, right?
Yes, I
Okay, good. Just checking.
Check, double check.
that's going to be the part everyone goes, why do they keep asking if he presses the button?
Because
we
it's
should
just-
clarify that, right?
Yeah, it's just because we don't know. Sometimes we're talking and we're not sure if it's been pressed. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes it has been pressed and hasn't been pressed. And
All the gold that Lyle doesn't record.
Oh, now I record it and it's good.
it's good. So this one's in honor of the 40th anniversary of the Breakfast Club. We're doing a bit of a sidestep from the full-on music aspect of our podcast. We're delving into a cult classic of our generation, the best generation, Generation X.
There we go.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
You like that?
I like
That
that.
sounds just like an intro, like, put that out there and just, like, intro. This is our upcoming episode in a few days or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like a sneak
we
peek or
could.
something. Yeah.
That was written real fast too. So
That was good
Well
though.
done. Well done.
That was good.
yeah. Did anybody watch the reunion?
I did actually.
Did you
After
watch
you
it finally?
mentioned it,
Okay,
yeah, I
good.
went on YouTube and I watched it.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I thought it was pretty funny that it was the first time that Emilio Estevez had joined them
A lot of
He
bad-
for any
he
kind of
never
thing.
went.
He's never went before.
No.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go before?
I don't think he
Did they
likes
say?
doing them.
No. I
Wasn't
think I
it?
know the reason behind this. This is something that we watched after it.
Oh, right. We did watch that
Is,
thing after, yeah.
I think I'm going to be cart before horse again here.
It's all
That's
good.
okay.
With the Breakfast Club, when it came out, obviously all the stars in there were the up and coming stars, and I'm almost going to say fueled by jealousy. There was an interview that Emilio Estevez did, and
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah.
this reporter used that interview and pretty much referred to them as the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because pretty much all these young artists, they were gold. They were movie gold. And it, like I said, it was almost stamped in jealousy. Like, why do these guys have all that they have? And he called them the Brat Pack.
Because we watched that documentary.
Yeah, and that's where that term came from. And like it refers to the people we liked, the shows we liked and stuff. We didn't take it into a negative connotation, but the people involved or whatever,
Well, especially Emilio.
yeah, took it as a
slight.
negative thing. It actually hampered some of his future projects because he was going to do a project with Andrew McCarthy, who ran the documentary watch. They were going to do a project together, but because like they were all tainted by this article,
He didn't want to do it with them.
he cut ties with
Yeah.
it.
That time when he went to
I didn't know
interview
that.
him, Andrew McCarthy went to see him. That's the first time they've seen each other since they worked together way back then. They don't talk. They don't see each other because it ruined all those relationships.
Really?
Yeah.
I had never heard that before.
No, I
you
didn't
gotta
realize
watch that
that.
Yeah,
documentary. It's really good. Yeah, it's called
Okay.
The Brat Pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
It was eye-opening. And it was sad.
Yeah, like it was just interesting because we refer to him as the Brat Pack. We don't think of anything negative in it. Like when I say the Brat Pack, I think of all the
All the good
all
things.
the,
Yeah.
the young people we like enjoy. It's just from their perspective, they're being called brats, and it had kind of a negative outlook on them. Like obviously years have gone by.
I was going to say, in
and-
hidindsight, I can see that, but I
No.
never
Like,
thought
well,
about that.
years have
Yeah.
gone by and they can kind of accept it now, but at
Yeah.
the time it was very grating on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And like I said, it affected a lot of things. And so for that, it's like, sorry, hands again. Emilio Estevez had pulled away from like conventions and things like that to it because he just didn't want to be.
Well, he said
referred
he
into
didn't
that.
even attend his high school reunion, so why
Yeah.
would he
No.
attend these
These
kind
kind
of
of
things?
reunions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that emotional guy.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is like an artist first. Like
Yeah.
he kind of does the project and,
Well,
and
'cause,
moves on.
he didn't really talk much either.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Because I don't think he
chimed
really
in once in
wanted
a
to be
while,
there.
but
Yeah.
Okay, I have to watch that now. I didn't
Oh, you
watch
haven't
it.
watched it yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
He did say he felt he needed to do it for himself, being
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It's not very long, but it was really good.
It was good. And then who was in the audience? Because Anthony Michael Hall kept on like referring to them in the audience, the kids. Oh, who was in?
John Hughes'
John
family.
Hughes. That's it. I was like, who was it?
Yeah.
Their kids were his kids were in the thing, and I
That's
guess
cool.
they're really close to the kids because they kind of grew up around their kids. Because they would go to John Hughes' house. And
okay.
Yeah,
hang
I
out,
loved.
right?
They had some really good stories about John
Yeah.
Hughes and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
He was such an iconic writer back in the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
movies that he wrote,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, Anthony Michael Hall obviously kind of had that special, like
He
they
had a
all
bond,
did,
yeah.
but he had that special relationship with him because Anthony Michael Hall was, him and Molly Ringwald were pretty
the
much
youngest.
his young
Yeah.
up and coming stars
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
right.
And so there was a lot of relationship there and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Anthony Michael Hall is always a funny character, but in the sense like when he was, he played a lot of the, geeky children and stuff like this, but what he matured into as a man, like you wouldn't even think it's the same person.
No, because
No.
he actually started on the blacklist.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, I kind of recognize him.
Familiar.
Yeah.
He looks familiar. And because he starred in the Def Leppard biography that he portrayed Mutt Lange.
Right.
So he still had the hair and everything at that time. And looked at it like you could tell that it was him. But I'm watching the show and I'm like, are you? No, I recognize him, but I'm like, okay, I got to watch the credits now because I got to figure out who that is. And sure enough, it was him. And I'm like, okay, he's not that small kid anymore.
No.
That he's,
No.
yeah.
No, it's actually funny because Judd Nelson made a joke about that too, about how he used to be able to push Anthony Michael Hall
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And then they got towards, they were working on another project or something like that, I think it was. And yeah, he came to the set or whatever and realized, he'd be
Can't
the one
push
pushing
me.
me around
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Well, I
It's a
think it
big
was by
dude,
the end of
yeah.
the filming because he had grown so much in that
Yeah.
short span, I think is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
it was.
It's like, wow. And how
was
these
so
actors
funny.
have changed in the
Yeah. Yeah,
40
they've
years.
changed a lot, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recognize Judd Nelson if he
No.
was in front of me now.
No.
No.
Totally
Even after
different,
watching
right?
that.
Yeah. I liked how they said that his outfits were really what he would have
What
worn
he would have
in
worn,
general.
yeah.
So that was him. Like his character was, in a sense,
Him.
I'm wondering if the characters that they portrayed was,
similar.
Similar,
They kind of
but-
touched on that a bit.
but I know.
I was going to say Molly Ringwald said she
not.
was like the opposite of
Yeah.
Claire.
yeah, because
Yeah.
she was supposed to play
Allison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Allison.
Yeah.
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 I don't think all of them were. I think there's still like there was little bits here and there that would be they would associate to themselves. I think one of
Like
them
I
might
could
have said
see
that, but
like Emilio Estevez, like you could see that he
Oh,
he would be
a jock.
A jock, yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of got that mentality, right?
Yeah.
So I think some of it is definitely in everybody, but
I think that's also part of like the genius of John Hughes in that sense is like he would find the people, and I think one of the reasons his movies were always so great is he gave a voice to people where normally in movie productions, or at least at that time, we're never given a voice.
The kids
and
weren't, yeah.
like he knew that kids had something to say, kind of idea.
Yeah.
And instead of being like a corporate bureaucrat, just like, oh, we'll just throw some teenagers in there. Like, no, he like built a story and lives around the children, and that, and actually didn't kind of talk down to them or anything like
They were,
this.
yeah,
like,
on the same level.
Kind of made them their authentic themselves, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
and they all got to have a lot of say in their character development, in what they wore, in how they kind of portrayed themselves.
Yeah.
That was really nice
Like
to
I
see.
love the story when they couldn't quite figure out Claire's wardrobe, so
Yeah.
he was like, "Okay, let's go
Go
shopping."
yeah, just to get it done, right? To
Yeah.
figure it out. So that was really good. As far as like the movie itself goes, right? Like if you think about it, because we've all watched this, I'm sure,
Yes.
numerous times in
Yeah.
our
I
lifetime,
think I watched it like 3 or 4 times just the week I was off.
right?
If you're listening and you haven't watched it, hit pause, go watch the movie, come back.
Yeah. Spoilers. Is there a character that you resonate with more so than another one? Like, because I mean, really, it was our generation, right? Like, I mean, they were a little bit older than us when the movie came out, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would say it hit home in our teenage years, the same kind of thing, right? So, like when you went to school, right? Those kind of cliques, whatever you want to call them, were there already. Sports, like the jocks, the nerds, the rockers, like all that kind of stuff, right? So is there a character in that movie that you preferred over another one? A favorite character?
I think like if you're looking for who you would associate with, like
resonate with,
resonate with
Yeah.
is, I think I would be a combination of two.
Two?
Yeah.
I would be partly Brian, but obviously I didn't have the smarts or anything, but I was kind of geeky like that. But I would definitely connect with Allison because
Allison?
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
That's not what I was. 'Cause I was going to say I associate
Well,
with
'cause you're-
Allison. Totally.
But he was kind of like you're kind of by yourself. You're just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't have
and-
a lot of friends. You only had a couple of friends.
a
Yeah.
couple of friends, and was very quiet and held on to a lot
I'm
of
trying to
his
think.
crap.
What would you picture me? Like I don't know.
Probably nerds.
Probably.
Yeah, you would probably be more
I
to the
mean,
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I played hockey, so maybe a little bit of a jock.
Well, that's just it. I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Because I resonate, yes, with Allison, but I think if you look at all of them, I'm like, I get that from his character and from his character and from her character. Like there was a lot of that, even like the preppiness of Molly Ringwald's character, right?
Yeah.
Like you would dress somewhat like that in some, avenues, but you would also dress the other ways, right?
Yeah.
So I think, it was kind of a good mix of what everybody was in high school.
Like I definitely wouldn't be Judd Nelson. Like
No?
I wouldn't be his character at all.
You didn't resonate
Like,
with him?
No, because I
Oh.
wasn't.
You're
I
not
wasn't
a
the
troublemaker.
rebel. Like I wasn't the troublemaker. Like I wasn't. I was.
No, but were you ever troubled, right? See, that's what I kind of took
But I-
from him too. Like he
Yeah,
had.
he had a.
Okay, so I do have a.
I was going to say that's
See,
where
there
I
we
was
go.
thought you were going to go. Yeah,
That's why I thought you were going to pick him.
because
Like I was-
he has that troubled childhood, so to speak,
Yeah.
that causes him to act out the way he does.
The hurt puppy.
Yeah,
Like I pictured myself that I was quiet in high school,
Yeah.
but I could be totally wrong.
No, you were quiet.
no, you were.
Kind of by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I think everybody thinks they're a bit of a loner in their own right, but then there's the real loners, and then there's the ones that think there's loners, right? So like if you had people that you were sitting with at lunch and hanging out with at break times, you weren't as much of a loner as you think
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I wouldn't have called you a loner either, just because we weren't like the popular group, so to
No.
speak, but we
had
had
a
our own group
big
of friends
group.
that we were
We were the
popular within ourselves.
We were the
Yeah.
misfits, though. We didn't fit into the pigeonhole
Which
of any of
is
the other groups.
Whose character? Yeah.
You almost.
Well, see, the only reason
We had a
I-
little bit
I-
of everything.
Well, we did have it. Like it was like this is our group.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a mix.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna say the only reason I didn't really associate with John Bender directly is just because I'm not as
Antagonistic.
antagonistic with it. Obviously, obviously I had things going on in my home life and stuff.
But what
But-
teenager didn't?
But then
That's what the angst and the anger come from, though, and that is what teenagers feel. So that's why I'm saying, like, you see a bit of yourself in every character, not necessarily at school, right? It could be
But
at
in
home,
life,
in
yeah.
life, yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it's true.
oh.
Yeah.
But
That's
I,
very
I, but, I,
profound.
but I was still the quiet one. I would sit in the back
for sure.
room and I wouldn't engage very often.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not just
You
school.
put a mic in front of me now, I just won't shut up.
You got to think about
Yeah,
like,
a couple of you at this table had that impression.
you got to think about your
Yeah.
emotional part of your emotion side that you didn't like to show anybody, but you had anger, you had other emotions.
still do.
I know, but so those characters had those emotions. You just didn't show them at school. Mm-hmm. You're nodding your head. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Like it definitely speaks, I think, to us of our generation. Why? Because we were latchkey kids. We didn't have anybody around. We didn't have someone making sure we were okay and that things were going well. You got bullied, you dealt with it.
Yeah.
You went home to nobody and you did your stuff and you had to make sure you were safe. And so all those things that you would look to for help with from an adult, you had to take on yourself. So this is why those characters are so much like what we went through. Right?
Yeah.
But to a certain extent, because like the show is about teenage growth and all
It
this,
is,
and
yes.
Yeah.
I think it would, like, I think it translates well. Like,
Oh, it does.
I don't want to step on your one question or whatever.
Which question?
Well, how would it play?
Oh, I haven't done it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
How would it play nowadays? Like if you were to redo it and
So the one, if you were to remake this today, would you be able to capture the magic in the same way? Let the lightning in a bottle. And if you were to do it again, or a similar movie, what music would you use now? Right? So like,
I don't think it can.
No, like you said, it was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
It was just one of
I don't
those.
think you could.
It's kind of like
It's iconic.
Ferris Bueller,
It's like,
say.
yeah. Oh yeah,
as
it's
an
the same
example.
thing, right?
It's that same.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to. Yeah.
But I think one of the gold to both movies as it is, it wasn't talking down to teenagers, because all shows prior to that were always talking down
The parents being like, mer, mer,
to,
mer,
to-
mer.
to teenagers.
Yeah.
And then obviously these shows actually gave a voice to teenagers. Now, the funny thing is there's also two ways of looking at these shows. Like, you watch it as the nostalgic for what it was, and as a teenager, oh yeah, this is great. On the same token, as a parent looking back on these shows going, fucking stupid teenagers.
What are you doing? Well, because you don't think like that as a teenager. You never would, right? As an adult, of course, you would see the error in your ways as a teenager. There's so many things that I went, oops.
Well, there was.
But
It was the pressure from the parents on the kids.
yes, that was bad. Yeah.
That was.
And that's
Yeah.
normal too, right?
I
We
know.
had the pressure without the support.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's true.
I don't think I
Pressure
had the
that's-
pressure from the parents.
Well,
They have to
like
be a
Emilio Estevez's character. The dad had like
Yeah.
with the wrestling, like
yeah,
he
yeah,
had to be there, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to do this. So
Okay,
he
Michael
had
Hall,
that.
he had to have a certain.
Yeah. So they all
percentage.
had those anger
Yeah.
things with their parents, right? Like they all had that emotional issue, and nobody knew how they were
What
hurting.
about the abuse of Jet Nelson's
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
yeah,
on him? Like,
yeah,
like it almost.
different levels of abuse across the board.
Well, yeah, it almost brought it to the forefront. Like this is what the kids at that time.
You're not alone.
Yeah,
We
this is what
see
you're
you.
dealing with, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nobody knew.
Well,
No.
I think that's another one that speaks to the gold of it is like you're locked into this room. It's almost like a science experiment. You're all locked into the room. Nobody truly knows anybody else.
No.
And through this one morning or whatever, they all kind of, pulled back the layers and just like, you're not that different from me. I'm not that different from you.
No.
We all have shit going on. Yeah, this dad pushes you to do sports. This parent's pushing you to do well at academics and stuff
this
like this.
parent is just pushing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his case, it was just pushing him and cigarette burns on the arms and stuff like
Yeah.
this. Just
So
general
like
abuse.
all different abuses, right?
Yeah.
Like it could just be like that was a physical abuse. There could mental
abuse,
It
yeah.
could have been. Yeah.
All the stressors the parents had were taken out on the kids. Like it says, it explores the emotional and psychological struggles of American teenagers, particularly the desire to be understood by both adults and their peers. Yes. In one sentence, that is what it is.
And that.
And it comes across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our generation.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, it goes on to say, like, exactly what we were just talking about is that each student initially identifies with a specific stereotype, such as a brain, athlete, or criminal.
Yeah.
But over the course of the day, they reveal personal vulnerabilities that transcend those labels.
Yeah.
And then also about the pressures from the parents. And then
That's-
also from, like, the authority figures, like Principal Vernon, right?
Yeah. The growth from the beginning to the end of the movie, right? In those kids.
Well, there's that. I think when the principal gave him detentions for like every Saturday.
Yeah.
Isn't that when he left? He was just like he
Yeah.
'Cause-
felt bad
Yeah.
because he didn't want that.
No.
He wanted them to be. I think he wanted them to be better, obviously, than what
Yeah.
they were.
Power tripping though too a bit, right? That guy.
But but he's showing his authority. But yet, he didn't like himself. I think after that.
That's one way to look at it.
It's an interesting take on it. Yeah. Like,
Really, because how
Or
would
is
you
he-
feel?
It is like, no, I don't think anybody really would give Vernon any sympathy or
No.
anything like this. So it is an interesting take.
Yeah, because I wouldn't give him any sympathy because he did it to himself.
No, but it was
like,
just that
but-
one scene that
Yeah.
he just kind of, did I have to do that?
Yeah.
Why did I have to do that?
That's true. Well, I mean, he's also setting himself up for screw you, like, because he has to now be there every Saturday too. What the hell were you thinking?
Well, exactly.
So, what was it? Was it like, oh man, now I've screwed myself, or is it, oh, I was really hard on those kids, and they're just kids?
But see, that's also where the janitor's character.
Well, that's what I was just ready to bring up. Like, he's like, I know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know everything about all these students.
Yeah.
Because I hear everything
And see everything.
and
yeah.
see everything.
That is the one thing, right?
And it's true.
oh, yeah.
Yes, be kind to your janitors. Like, no, it's seriously though.
It's
because
true, yeah.
They hear everything.
They have an important job there. Be
They
nice
have
to
a
the
hard
janitors.
job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cleaning up after slop kids, like hard job.
That's where it was nice, like because Brian's character actually had associated with the janitor. He knew
Yes.
who
Yeah.
the janitor was, whereas someone like Molly Ringwald's character,
There's a janitor.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
like her whole persona is she had to be a little uppity and stuff like this, so that
Yeah.
person was below her, so
was
she
the
would she
princess,
wouldn't
yeah.
even recognize that he was there.
Yep.
And
I remember that in school. There was a lot of people that were mean to the janitor.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah, they
Nice
don't have the
to try.
easiest job. But
No, they don't.
But they,
People
like I
making
said,
fun of them. Yeah.
they know everything about you.
Yep.
Everything.
So then I guess by that kind of answers the one question that I had. Does the message of this movie still hold true today? Yes,
Yeah.
in a sense.
I think
It
the
does.
message is
The
still
message
there.
is still there. Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why, for 40 years it has been an iconic movie is things may change or whatever, but at the basis of it, we all can recognize it or
Yeah.
whatever and kind of adapt it. So like the thing is like our parents could watch it and still see it from their childhood. Our
Yeah.
children could watch it, they could still see aspects of their childhood.
Sure.
So, the stories might change or like the environment might change or whatever, but the basis of what you're looking at stays the same.
This holds true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
High school sucks.
since it is, a music podcast, we can talk about the soundtrack a little bit too. Obviously, we'll talk about the movie still, but holy crap. Okay, so I listened to the soundtrack today and I was rather, I don't know, shocked, surprised. I've never listened to the soundtrack. And to be fair, I didn't know what was on the soundtrack because really when I think about the movie, I only think about the one song
Yeah.
by Simple Minds. All the other songs, I do not know. And I listened to them and I was like, these are just weird or odd. Not something I would necessarily listen to. There was, I think, one instrumental. Or was it two instrumentals? And then they only had, what was it?
Well, I don't even remember there being like a lot of music in the movie
Neither do
because
I.
they were in the library where they
Yeah.
were supposed to be quiet.
Right, exactly.
Oh, I think when they were
Like when
after
they were running around
smoking
the
up,
hall,
or
in the
when they
hall
were
and
smoking
stuff.
up
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah,
Well,
that was it.
there was the music when obviously they got high in the library.
Yeah.
There's music just kind of in the background when Bender's walking through over the flooring,
Yeah.
the ceiling tiles. There's
Yeah.
Oh,
music
there
when
was
they're
that,
running
yeah.
through the halls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the music is
But
just
it's not like
No, it's
lyrics and music like you
Yeah.
like listen to like other
was-
soundtracks like Footloose and Top Gun and there's
Yeah.
actual like songs. But this is
It's
just
not a fire
But
soundtrack.
it's like
I'll
John
say
Hughes was
that.
one of those ones though, is he was very famous at like obviously was it Simple Minds? Is that who did
Yeah.
that
Yes.
song?
Minds, yeah.
But he was good at finding those kind of like underground artists and pretty much something that was kind of hip to the time and kind of throwing those in there. Yeah, they may not have gone through the stratosphere or something like this, but it was kind of like that underground thing that some of the kids probably would have been listening to at
Well,
that time.
it's all pretty much written by the same person.
Yeah.
It's all by Keith. A lot of Keith Forsey is on all the credits of the different songs, and there was only what was it? Two singles for the whole thing. So the Don't You Forget About Me, that one was number one, and then Fire in the Twilight. That one also was a single, and I listened to Fire in the Twilight, and I was like, I have no idea what the song is. I don't even remember the music, like the background music. So yeah, I thought it was interesting that I listened to the soundtrack and I was like, I really thought I would have known more of these songs.
Yeah.
And they would have resonated more. And I was like, nope, just the one.
But I think it's one of those movies where you're just paying attention to what the characters are doing.
Yeah, not so much
Yeah.
You're
music.
not really
Yeah.
hearing the music.
it's not
No.
meant for you to focus on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just kind of there, but it's
I think the thing too is that
It's
one
mood- it's
song
mood
is the
music.
punctuation of it.
Yeah, because you only hear him when
That's
he's
the
walking.
punctuation
At the
of the
end.
movie and of the statement of
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
So they use that song really well, and it's like it's there, you know it, and that's the good one.
Yeah.
Like I think
So 'cause they don't need
I was
it.
going to say one of the things, like aside off to the music, is one of the things with this show. I think why it is such a success. It wasn't big and flashy. You didn't have big elaborate sets or anything like this. It was literally a character.
room.
It was a character-driven piece.
Yeah.
You lock, was 6 strangers into a room
Yeah,
and then interact. Just let it go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Like To
apparently
Kill a
John Hughes
Mockingbird.
let them just do that as well.
Yeah.
Like there were scripts, but he also filmed
off
everything
script
else
if you want, yeah.
they did and
Yeah.
ended up keeping most of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I think there's probably a lot of ad-libbing. And,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which
Just-
they were all good at, so why not, right?
Well, yeah.
You know your character better than anybody else because you're
Yeah.
living it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll still watch it. It's still good. Just
Right.
now, no, I don't really know anything about the music.
Well, it's just, there's no phones.
No.
It's no social media.
Yeah.
You have books.
Card catalogs.
You've got
what we
yeah.
lived.
You had to write.
You had to write. You didn't have any Chat GP. Is that what that's called?
Yeah, like
Chat-
you had to.
I don't know.
It was just a
No
different-
speech to text
Yeah.
technology.
Thing,
It was
yeah.
a different time.
It was.
It was
But
a
it was
simpler time.
Simpler, but it was normal for us.
It was.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like that's what we grew
That's
up
how
on.
we did things.
That's what we did.
Yeah, the library was a big part of your education. You
Well,
had to go in
spending
there
how
and
much
learn
time
things, right?
researching for
And being taught how
papers
to
and stuff.
research.
Yeah. Doing your research, Clint.
Did you guys did you guys have the librarian that did that class with you at the beginning of like whatever year, and you like learned how to use the
Yeah.
library?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah. With the
like-
card
I think that was
catalog
one
and
of the
everything
few
like
times
that.
I ever actually went into the library.
Probably because only certain teachers ever took us in there, and then it was like if you wanted to go in there to
Yeah.
get stuff for yourself.
I think I had
Or you go
I-
to the local library because
Yeah.
that's what I would get dropped off and
Yeah.
pick you up at such and such a time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you're on your own. Like you had to find it all. Like there was no
the Dewey Decimal System.
type it in, right? It was
Yeah.
You had to
There was no,
look
"Hey,
through the
Google."
books.
Yeah, exactly. You had to actually go
Go
search
through
for it.
encyclopedias or whatever, right? To
Yeah.
find that information.
No.
Encyclopedias.
Yes.
I know.
Well, no, I remember some
Man,
of it,
you
and
were having, like,
sometimes
10
you'd
of them
be
out in your-
Yeah.
you'd be in the library for assignments, but like I know when I had a study block, obviously you're supposed to do your study block in there, and I think I maybe 2 study blocks I was there, and then I went down to the tech.
How the heck
Yeah.
did you get I'm sorry. Anyways, study blocks. At my school, study blocks you only got if you were like top A student and you got it to be able to like do other.
Drop a course. That's how you get.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a drop course; it was a conflict. It was a conflict in my
Conflict?
courses. I had a conflict in my courses, so
Oh.
I got a study block, and that's why I also got to go down to the tech department, and so I got to play with a laser and stuff like that.
Because you don't
instead
get a
of-
grade for study block. That's why I'm like you.
Yeah, do you?
I had 2 study
I know
blocks,
you
I
got-
think, in
yeah.
grade 12.
I got a B in drafting 12. That was the course I wasn't able to take.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
I was gonna say, yeah, that doesn't track.
No, because like I said, study block was important. It was for people who wanted to like make sure their grades were good. You did your homework in there. You actually were in the library for study block, but you know.
Well, no,
Different school.
we had chemistry, didn't we, on grade 12? No. Yeah.
Yeah, we did chem in grade 12.
Yeah. I think it was B block. Yeah. Because I had A was to study and B was chemistry, and then I had physics, and I dropped physics, so they gave me another study block. So, yeah.
That's
That
just
was my-
dangerous.
that
Like
was my
when you're
morning
looking for
on a Monday
credits, like what if you're low on credits then, and then you just got 2 study blocks? You know what I mean? Like that's just really touchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause you needed so many, right?
Yeah.
But no, I never had a study block. I actually went to school.
No, you didn't. You went to our school.
I went to my courses.
Wow.
I graduated
I went
barely,
to my
but I
class.
did. So,
What?
I graduated barely.
that, no,
but
Barely?
that-
Oh.
that's bull. You did very well in
No,
school.
I didn't.
Except for the word test.
Nope. I
Yeah, that's true.
had all P's and a C in English.
Oh,
I shouldn't have graduated.
I had an A in English.
So there you go.
Grade 12.
Alan would be very proud of you.
I still don't know how I got it, but I did.
I barely made it through grade 7 and barely made it through. I should have passed grade 7.
Elementary school doesn't count.
I was going to say I came close to failing grade 6. I think.
Really?
Yeah, it was a tough year for me. Apparently.
But have you been to summer school?
No.
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 Okay, see, I've done that. So.
This is not surprising me.
I'm not as smart, or I was, how did I put it? I don't think I was smart as I was at that time, and I just didn't do the work. Was the
Well, that's
problem.
just it. That's usually
You're not
why
as
kids
thin
end
'cause
up in
you smart
summer
you were?
school. They didn't do the work.
Yes, I didn't. Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Yeah, that's usually what summer school was for. That's the
To
big
top
reason.
up, yeah.
Actually, summer school is actually, I think it was amazing because it was
Condensed.
a full year of a course condensed in a month, and because it was just kind of
You're learning
shoved
under
at you so
fire.
fast, you don't lose any of it.
No.
It just
Yeah.
I think Kelsey
That
said
would
the same
be-
thing. She liked summer school. She learned more at summer school than she did in the actual course during the year. It is too spread out. That's a whole other subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
schools are and the way they do things. But yeah, I think a lot of it definitely resonates. And I like watching it because it's nostalgic and it
Yeah.
reminds us of high school when we were there. And
It's just one of those movies.
it is. It's
But
a
there
good
is, like I
movie.
said, there is aspects as an adult, as a parent.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
As you
Yeah.
look
Like,
at
you
it
little
and you're
shits.
just like, yeah, you're shaking your head at them like, really? Are you that pathetic? Like,
Yeah,
really?
but we were like,
We were like that.
were.
That's right. That was
Yeah.
us.
it's kind of like looking in a mirror and
Yeah.
saying, "Oh my god."
Yeah. We were that dumb.
Yeah, but that was all
Teenage
part of,
minds are slightly different than adult minds.
This is
That
why
was all
certain
part of
Animal
growing up.
Kingdom eat their young.
That's all part of growing
It
up.
is.
Well, and that's what the whole story is truly is
Yeah.
because like all teenagers go through this is
They
they
do.
got to exert that independence.
Yeah.
Obviously,
And push their boundaries. And
Yeah.
the parents at that time were overbearing, which is actually kind of funny considering that time because I find the parents probably nowadays
Are more overbearing.
more overbearing
Our parents
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
there to be overbearing.
than the parents back then. Like
Yeah.
our parents, or at least, were all working. So reality is we,
We didn't see
didn't have
them.
those pressures at home because
They weren't home.
But I think too, I can see what they're saying. It may not have been like that they were home to give you the pressure all the time, but when they were home, that's what you got was just pressure.
Yeah.
You didn't get coddled or helped with things. It was just like, I only have 5 minutes with you today, and this is what we're going to talk about. You need to smarten up and do better in school. You need to make sure that you're doing good in gym or whatever. Like, this is your life that we're talking about. So they didn't have that, oh, we love you, darling. You're doing so good. And we think you're doing really, really well here. But, oh, you need to just like amp up this little area here. That I think is the difference is our parents weren't around, but when they were around and we did get talked to, it was not necessarily a positive experience.
Well, yeah, because like when I coached hockey, I always reference like what you're doing here in hockey will help you in life.
Yes.
So if back then, if parents were doing that, like, okay, if you're succeeding here and
Yeah.
you could do better here, that
Yeah.
resonates in life
Yeah.
in general, right? But we didn't know.
No.
Parents didn't know that.
No.
Or
what we-
they didn't know how to express it like
no,
that
they
or something
didn't.
like that, right?
And what we got from that was what? We have to work.
Yeah.
We have to have a good work ethic, and you don't just not show up, right?
Yeah.
You have to do all this stuff first.
rule one,
So
nobody's going to hand you anything.
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
learned from our parents not being
That's
around, right?
our work ethic.
Our work
now.
ethic is completely different than a lot of generations, right?
Yeah.
because we had to do it
Well,
ourselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, obviously, we were talking about grades and failing and stuff like this. Like,
Yeah.
if I went to school and I failed the grade because I failed the grade,
That's right. It's on you.
It's not the teacher's fault.
No.
I didn't do the work.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
No.
I can recall a couple of teachers that it probably would have been their fault.
Oh,
Yeah,
if they're crappy
100%.
teachers, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
there's always a few in the bunch,
There's always
right?
a couple, yeah.
Yeah. They just didn't get along with certain students, or they just didn't teach properly either.
Yeah.
And they didn't give
Oh,
a
he
rat's
didn't
ass.
teach properly.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
you don't know Duffel?
Huh?
Duffel?
Don't say the name too loud.
Who are we talking about?
We'll talk about that after.
Certain math teacher. Won't name names.
Oh,
You know.
starts with a W.
Yes. Yes, it does.
You know.
I don't know. I don't think I had him or
Oh,
whatever.
right,
You're
but-
lucky.
Yeah, I had him.
Anyway,
I was
Yeah.
you
We had
see,
star
you see, at
teachers.
that time, like one of my, it's going to sound stupid. One of my favorite teachers, and I barely passed English, would be Crater.
Oh, yeah. She was
And
awesome.
She was one of those
Yeah.
teachers. Like
She was good.
Well, it was day one. I remember day one, grade 12. She looked at everybody, and she says, "At this point, every single one of you has an A.
It's your job.
Now
I
it-
remember that speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you to
To keep
maintain
it.
it.
See
Yeah.
again? Yeah. It comes down to you
Yes.
doing your job.
Yes.
That's right. Because school is a job.
That's right. It was.
But she gave you the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are the good teachers.
Yeah.
We have,
Like Mr. Bull was the same thing.
yeah.
yeah, loved
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would help.
Yeah.
Here's tools.
Yeah.
Whatever you do with them is up to you,
Exactly.
pretty much.
And that, in a nutshell, was our lives.
It's about all I
Yep.
Once again,
down.
it just
Again,
makes me
in
flashing
some-
back as
Oh,
all
God.
different things. Because like I remember, Crater gave us a grace period on any assignments you hadn't turned in, and I was horrible for turning in work. I would turn it in, and she just kind of looked at it. Okay, there'll be a few grammatic errors, and okay, C or whatever. Like just give me a
She
grade
knew.
like this. Yeah,
She knew her students, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
and she liked Metallica.
Yeah.
She let me use them for a poetry, and
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the teacher then, any teacher that we went, would you associate him
here's your opportunity.
Like the principal?
yeah, from our school, like with someone a teacher that would be like that.
Like how he acted?
Yeah.
Oof.
He was vice principal. Wasn't
Yeah,
he
he was a vice
Vice
principal.
principal.
vice principal. So
that's right.
he
Yeah.
was a power. He
So
obviously
vice
he was
principal.
he was on a power trip. That,
Yeah.
that
Could
is
be
part of
principal,
him.
vice principal, whoever. I know one, but
Was there anybody like that?
I can't think of anybody that power tripped like that.
No.
Once again, it comes down to your perspective at the time. So obviously, my sister was older, and
Yeah.
obviously there is. I don't think
By the time you get there, they're like, "Oh man, not another merit."
it's not even that. It's actually more the other way. Is I have my perspective of this person before I actually met them.
Oh, because of your older siblings?
Because of the interactions my sibling had.
Yeah.
And by the time that I actually graduated, I didn't have the same relationship with this person as my sister did.
Yeah.
Now, my sister was, sorry, Krista, was a bit of a hellraiser. So she had her issues with it, and obviously being a teenager, obviously you're going to blame the establishment at the time. Me, like I said, I was a little more quiet and reserved, so I didn't have the interaction. So by the time I actually graduated, it was on good terms with this guy, even though I had preconceived notions of
Of what
what
that
he would
person was
have been like.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't want to say the name.
that's okay. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think there was anybody like that at my school that power tripped to that extent.
Actually, I didn't like Callahan very much.
I never had him.
Came off to me as like,
Prick.
yeah.
I liked him for his initial PE speech. If
See, I have
anything.
Palucci, so I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked Palucci much better.
Yeah, I don't want to say the name either. Who I'm thinking in my head. So
You asked the question. That's so funny. Can you see what
I know
subject?
he wouldn't be listening
What
to
subject?
I think he was he principal or vice principal?
Oh, he was actually
At which
administration.
time, or well, it depends which one you're talking. If you're thinking the one I'm thinking,
Starts with a D.
yeah. No, he
Oh.
started
He
he started as vice, and he ended up as
As
principal.
principal.
Yeah.
So like I said, like that is the same one that I
Mr.
mentioned.
Maz was vice principal when we graduated.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, no, he went through the evolution on it and stuff. And like I said, by the time I graduated, I wasn't a hellraiser like my sister. I actually graduated. She obviously went to a different school. So my interactions were different. And then as I graduated, I actually appreciated the fact that he took the time to actually kind of know a little bit about all the students.
100%.
Yeah.
Like
So-
he knew
Yeah.
me like.
Yeah, so
but
there
I
was
just can
things
see him
Just a
doing
side
that.
post though. You guys had a really tiny school. Go ahead.
we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
But in this
I think
particular
there were like
situation,
800
like
people across all 5 grades.
Yeah, yeah. You guys had a
100
small school.
graduated.
Yeah.
in this particular situation, like I said, when we graduated, you'd shake hands with them across the stage. And I had done the volunteer work with the community television station.
Yeah.
And so he actually brought that up and had apparently seen, because I would have been in the credits on some of the council meetings, he saw my name in the credits and stuff, and had mentioned that to me on stage when I had graduated. So it was just, like I said, it was just a complete...
It's really cool.
But
actually.
but like I could see him doing this, right? But turn into your friend. Like when
Actually,
you're graduating, like
scolding you in it.
good job, congratulations, you deserve this type thing, right? Like see you through the evolution. I think it would be kind of that change your ways. Like
It wouldn't have been such a hard ass about it. Would have just actually.
I could have seen him actually doing this.
Oh, being a hard ass.
yeah.
Oh,
but then
okay.
turning it around though,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
eventually.
I mean, some kids
Yeah, I
need a
didn't
bit
have
of
that
that,
interaction with him.
Like he knew me, and
That
I'm like,
kind.
I never knew you. Like, never
And
in the
like I
office,
said, I
never-
think that would have
Yeah,
been...
usually you only know the principal for bad
being in
reasons.
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really see my principals at all
Yeah,
unless
like,
there was
I just-
something.
Like
He knew
again,
me,
once
but
again,
I don't
going
know.
through high school, most of the time, like Allison, nobody should know who I am.
Yeah.
So to have this moment going, you know who I am? And without my connection
Yeah.
to my sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, no, didn't have that issue at all. But mine was a bigger school.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We like you said, we only saw the principal or vice principal if we were in trouble. And we had a couple of vice principals. So it was because we had so many students. Right?
Gotcha.
So there was you never really saw the principal unless you did something really wrong. And you saw the vice principal first.
Right.
And I didn't really have any interaction with them much.
Yeah, like we would have also seen the interaction because obviously at different years at different times we were on the yearbook and stuff like that. So there would have been that interaction
Yeah.
with them as well.
But even teachers, I'm trying to think of any teachers that would have been that way, and I can't think of any. I mean, it was probably more the industrial side. Teachers would have been that way. So anybody in woodwork, mechanics, that kind of thing, I could see maybe those teachers having that kind of attitude because you're working with power tools and stuff like that, right? You got to be safe. All right. But the rest, no.
Once again,
Yeah.
it depends on some of the teachers, because some of the teachers are great, and you have those interactions, and they truly do mold you. But there is some of those teachers that you get in. And now I want to watch the movie Teachers because that's a good example. Is there's some teachers that are literally punching a paycheck and
Yeah.
like, okay, here's your assignment. You do your assignment. I really like those teachers that literally got in there with you and like you're interested in this. You want to do this? Go ahead, do
Yeah.
it. Go back to Creator. The fact is, like, you had to do something on poetry. Can I do Metallica? She's like, yeah, great. Do Metallica for poetry, because she recognized it was a form of poetry and it spoke to me.
yeah.
So it allowed me.
It's not like you got pigeonholed, everybody had to do the same assignment kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was those teachers that kind of allowed you to have that little freedom with still direction from them that I appreciated. Because you go back, and I'm sure you think back to your teachers. We had 8 classes a year, 5 years. That's 40 teachers. I bet you couldn't name all 40 of your teachers.
God, no. You can only remember the
No.
few, like Mr. U, Mr. Clemens. Or,
Any of the
Yeah.
ones that really kind of
Poetry,
stood out to
yeah.
you. You is a
Or-
different animal altogether because we just had a different relationship with Mr. U.
yeah.
A lot of our teachers, we had more than 1 year in a row. So there
some
there's a
you
lot
would,
of teachers.
yeah, some
that
you would
I-
have multiple times, but
I think I remember most of mine because there was some that were significantly older. And so when I was in that class with them, they weren't there for many years after that. So you remembered them, especially because we had the one guy that ate chalk.
Oh my God.
And he did, I think, just to be funny, at the beginning, and he gave you a little speech about stuff and minerals and chalk are so good for you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, see, watch. And and we're like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? So he wasn't there for long after, because he was probably getting closer to retirement. And then we had 2 or 3 other ones that did the same thing, right? They were there, they made a good impression, but they were gone shortly after because they'd already been there for their whole term. So I think, I know most of the teachers I had.
well, our science department was crazy, so I was a great relationship with them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You remember them throwing dry ice down the hallway at each other?
Yeah.
Well, now that's not
Was
safe.
Wow.
That was
That was Faz and Span.
Span, yeah.
That's who I was trying to remember, Mr. Span.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I only took physics for like a month before I was like,
No.
no.
Yeah, I
This
took
is
it for a
not
month.
for me,
And
yeah.
then I was like, I'm done. Yeah.
I was a glutton. I got a D in physics 11. So what did I go and do?
You went and took it
Yeah.
again?
I took it in grade 12.
Why would you do that? No, that's just,
I took it in
no.
grade 12 and I
Yeah.
think we're in the same class.
That's when I
and
took it too.
I failed.
Yeah, same. Like, nope,
Yeah,
not
no,
for me.
as soon as I didn't have
Chem
to do
was okay,
science anymore,
biology
no.
was great.
No,
Physics,
actually,
not so much.
second time round, I could have foregone the final exam if I wanted to because I'd already passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, physics is math and science together, so no thank you.
Yeah.
As
But
soon
I
as we
liked
said-
math and science. Those were my
I
best
liked
subjects.
math, and I didn't mind science, but I was like, together? No. As soon as we didn't have to take science anymore, I was like, peace out. I'm good. I did my time.
If I knew what I was
Yeah.
going to be doing, I probably would have stayed
Stuck
in
it
physical
out.
11.
Yeah.
and
Well, we
mixed
didn't
French.
know what we wanted to do, so I was like, why do I need this? I took the essentials of it, and I've got my math, I've got my science, and my social studies. I don't need any of it to graduate. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have a fun grade 12 year. I'm gonna do everything I want to do and just take English.
Yeah, she was, I guess if you could say smart in that sense, I was an idiot. Well, if you take this one and this one and this one, you might give a scholarship. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Oh yeah, no. I just was like, Psh, I want to take what I want to take, and I want it to be all fun and be easy breezy and pass with like straight A's in grade 12. I'm gonna take everything that's good. Why would I stress myself out with
Nice.
social studies and
Oh, I didn't
sciences?
take socials past 11. That was it for
well,
me.
Looks like a lot of people took history and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna no. I'm gonna take.
I
fun
took
things.
French to grade 12 only because I'd already taken it since grade 8 and I didn't see the point of quitting.
I never took French.
See,
Didn't even take French in grade 8?
I
Nope.
quit French. What in grade 10? I think is when you could quit it.
Yeah.
I quit French then, but because I had taken some level of French all the way from grade 3 on, so at that point I just didn't want to do it. As an adult, like, damn it, I should have stuck with French.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had French in grade 7, and that was it. Grade 8, I didn't have to take it.
So what was the question that the vice principal asked again? They had to write the essay. At the
Oh
start.
gosh.
Oh, he wanted
do you
to.
think you
Who
are?
do you think you
Yeah,
are?
who do you think
Basically,
you are?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
'cause what's
pretty much, you've done something to get detention here. So pretty much the letter was one something to occupy their 4 hours there, but it was supposed to
It was
be
like
kind of a
9.5
reflection,
hours.
redemption reflection, kind of like almost atone for your sins. Like you've done
see.
something to be here. Why do you think you're here? Who do you think you are? How can you improve
See if I
yourself?
can
Kind of
find
idea.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Vernon's main question to the student is, what did you want to be when you were young? This question is posed to each student and serves as a way to gauge their motivations, ambitions, and aspiration. He uses this question to challenge their self-perceptions and preconceived notions about themselves.
And their answer was that Brian had to write it. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, Brian
Brian.
wrote it because the rest of them were not
couldn't.
going to.
So each one of us is a brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
Don't you?
Is that the whole thing, though? That's just part of it, I
That's the
think,
ending,
right?
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah, that's the
longer
last
than that,
bit,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
he
but
like
that's the end of
you
it,
ask
so.
who you think we are or whatever,
Yeah.
and then
We accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Saturday and
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for whatever it was we did wrong, but we think you're crazy to make us write an essay telling you who we think we are.
And that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Such a good part of it. It's like, screw you.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is us. This is
us.
how it is.
And that was high school for
yeah.
Gen X, basically.
Yeah.
For ours, especially
Well,
in the
see,
80s.
the thing is I think, like I said, I think this transcends or whatever. I think it, in some senses, like obviously things change, technology changes, everything like this.
But the basic premise is-
the struggles is you're raising young adults. They are trying to find themselves in the world.
Yeah.
So they're going to rebel against the establishment. Once again, looking at it as an adult, some of it is like fucking teenagers.
But guess what? It happens every
Which
generation.
sorry,
it
that's
does.
another
Yep.
thing. If you ever get a chance, there is a movie. I think it's called Not Another Teen Movie.
Yep.
You need to watch that movie just for the fact that Molly Ringwald, who is on all these movies as a teenager doing stuff, and
Now she's an adult. Yeah.
she's an adult. I think she was a ticket agent at an airport, and she just sees the stupid romance that goes on these kids, and she just turns and goes, "Fucking teenagers."
Yeah.
If anything,
Classic.
Yeah.
if anything on that movie is just that iconic. point in it.
Yep.
That was pretty funny.
But anyway,
I guess.
All
Right.
yeah. So
Anything else on that? Are we good?
Oh, I'm sure we could keep
I
going
just
that or
don't-
high
We
school
could.
Yeah, I
years,
know.
or but
Yeah.
I just don't believe it's 40
40 years.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So it was
Because
released in
we definitely
85.
didn't, I don't think we watched it when we were 10. So,
no. But
I don't think we don't watch it till we were teenagers.
late
But
80s, yeah.
but it was definitely worth the wait. And I think it helped form a generation in some
It did.
aspects, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll catch you on the B side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.